Hi, Simone. Welcome. Excited that we can connect today. Thank you so much.
So happy to be here, Robin. Thank you.
So we're doing these series of interviews with facilitators, Psych-K facilitators, just to get the insights from you all. People can hear from the instructors, but we wanted to get your insights about, for example, how did Psych-K find you? There's always a fascinating story with that. So how did Psych-K find you?
Psych-K found me about 3 years ago via Bruce's book, The Biology of Belief. I like to tell the story. I was by the river, the Charles River, in my car reading this book. And then I saw at the back of the book, Psych-K, a process that can change your beliefs. And I was like, oh my God, I need this and I need it now. So that's how Psych-K found me.
That is so awesome. And you didn't just listen to it, you took action. You took
Immediately.
Action.
I actually went online and booked a session.
That's fantastic. That's beautiful. So Psych-K can help you redefine your beliefs. How do you define Psych-K? If someone asks you that now that you've experienced all of Psych-K, what would you answer?
Yeah, for me, Psych-K is an expansion of consciousness. I became so aware of so many things through the process of Psych-K.
That is amazing. So tell me something you became aware of.
So for example, I did not know that my beliefs created my reality. I would hear these things and I don't believe that. That doesn't sound like me because my background was more research and science. So I didn't believe it. But going through the process of Psych-K, I understood that whatever I believed caused my actions and behaviors. And that allowed me to become more aware, like the waking up process.
Wow, that is so amazing when it happens. You're like, wait, what?
Why didn't I learn this in school?
Yeah, really. That's what a lot of people say is, why didn't I know this 30 years ago? So what's an example of something that's transformed for you, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, because we can access all of that. So what's
oh my God.
Yeah.
We don't have all day. So I'll just share a brief, I think all aspects of my life, but most importantly, the relationship I have with my children, especially my son. My son has special needs and I had a hard time dealing with it. There's a lot of trauma, a lot of blame, shame, guilt, and Psyche helped me transform my perception about myself and about the way I see my son, which allowed me to see myself differently as well as my son. I now see my son as an expanded being, not just a limited child who needs help from his mom, that he is more than just what his physical body is capable of doing. So that was my big takeaway from Psych-K.
Oh, that is so huge. Thank you for sharing. What an impact that has to have.
Oh, tremendously, because the way I see him now, it's so, I could see him in a different way. I could see his possibilities versus the limitation that I was placing on him.
Completely huge shift, completely huge. And there's people that I've read and philosophies that I've learned, and Rob Williams tells a beautiful story about this, but the idea is that instead of seeing the limitations that people have, let's see their divinity, let's see their possibilities, and then approach them from that possibility place instead of protecting them from the limitation side. So beautiful that you've been able to do that. And have you seen him blossom in ways?
Yes, absolutely, because I see him differently and I see his possibilities that you mentioned too, that he's able to walk with support, and before he was only in a wheelchair and wasn't able to walk with support. So now he can hold my pinky and he can walk. So that is a huge shift for me.
Oh my goodness, how beautiful. I could just stop now. Thank you. Yeah. So you did a workshop, or you did a private sessions first, and then you went to the workshop. And some people go the other way around. But what if somebody is thinking about taking a workshop or getting a session, but the workshops, what would you tell them? What if they're doubting it? Like, really, this sounds like it's too good to be true. Are you serious? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I think it's important to let people know that in order to make changes in your life, so you have to do something different. You can't keep doing the same thing and expecting, a different result, right? We know that. So if if someone's stuck in their belief that Psyche may not be working for them or may not work for them or workshop may not work, is to just jump in anyway and being open and curious, which is I know Psyche teaches that, be open and curious. And I think being open and curious allows you to take in the information and evolve your own consciousness and then help others to do the same.
Absolutely. Yeah. We love the open and curious.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, I know. And because it's an example, like you said in the beginning, where you had these beliefs, you didn't realize they were just beliefs, they were facts. No, that's not how I am. But if you're open and curious and go, I wonder what's possible. Is it possible that that's a perception that I absorbed when I was young, which a lot of what we think is fact for ourselves is actually something that we perceived as truth when we were very young. And what's beautiful in the world of Psyche is that it doesn't matter how long you've had a belief, and a simple change process, which we call balances, usually lasts about 15 minutes. And you might have to do several of them regarding a particular area, but each shift is only about 15 minutes. How can, and that's what people are like, wait, this is too good to be true. But because we get that alignment, it's that alignment part that is so precious that we use.
Exactly. It's so simple and beautiful.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. One of the things that I balanced years ago was simple is powerful, because I had the belief that things had to be complex in order to have impact, or they had to be hard and difficult. And let's let those go. Be open and curious about letting those go.
Yes.
Is there anything in your experience around Psyche that's been challenging?
I think what I initially found a little bit, I think it's an easy, simple process, but what I think is challenging is when people ask, what is Psyche, explaining it to them without actually showing them how to do it. I think people find that a little bit complicated, and I find that a little bit tricky. Like, how do I explain Psyche without showing you how? Because that's not a process we can do unless you're actually doing a session. So that's, I think, is the only tricky part that I find, but not challenging to by any degree.
Yeah, beautiful. And I agree. It's, because we can talk to it, but it is an experiential, internal experience. And so those are hard to give words to. So I agree with you. Is there anything else in general that you would like to share?
Yeah, just to touch on the spiritual part of Psyche, how it helps you connect to your divinity, your higher self, right? So you're not limited. And I think in order for us to expand, we have to move away from our limited beliefs, our limited self, to our higher self. And for me personally, that has just been a huge transformation in my journey and in consciousness.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we talk about limiting beliefs, but there's actually multiple ways that you can address things in Psyche. And every shift that you make, every balance that you have, moves you closer to the divinity that you are, that essence of who we are. So beautiful. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. Now, do you offer private sessions?
Yes, I offer private session on Zoom.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
We so love Zoom nowadays.
Yes.
And so do you have a website you want to share, or we can put it in the notes with the video?
Yeah, I have a website. My website is called Heart Mind Solution, because whatever we do at Psyche, it's connecting to your heart and your mind and transforming your entire being. So that name just came to me because I am connected to my divinity. So people can reach me there and check out my blog or whatever, or on the Psyche website.
Awesome. So awesome. So thank you so much, Simone. It was lovely to talk to you and to see you with your bright, shining smile.
Thank you, Robin.
All right. Thank you.